You should have stayed.
Experience tranquility.
Nice job, Widow.
I'm on fire.
Alright guys, what's going on, and welcome back to Overunder. And man, it feels good to be playing some Widowmaker once again. And this is the first gameplay that I have on Widowmaker since playing this new account. And I thought, what better time to break it out than to debut it for my final match into getting Diamond. Up until this point, I played probably, 85% support. And it's just been nice to switch off to a hero that I've enjoyed in the past. But despite playing Widow a lot, I rarely see her used personally in competitive, myself included. I very rarely actually pick this hero, and it's been quite some time since I've actually played it, and that can always be a little bit risky. Whenever you haven't picked a certain hero in a while, it's always a little bit fresh, and especially when it's such a high skill required hero, in terms of like the accuracy that you need to make this hero work. It can be a pretty dangerous pick if you don't hit your shots. And this game, I do okay. I don't do extremely well. You notice this is round 2. The enemy has 3 points on the board. And for that round, I played Mercy. And I thought the best effectiveness I could hope to achieve is by switching to the Widowmaker. So this is that in action. And that intro clip was from the game, I think it was about 2 games after. And it's been good to flex the French Widow muscles. It's been way too long. But now that I've opened the floodgates for Widow, I think I'll try and pick her a little bit more. But I'm always very concerned about picking Widow. And the reason being is because she has this reputation. You'll notice the scoping animation will indicate that this is from last patch. I apologize. But the point will remain, even though she has been buffed slightly with the scope in animation speed, she still has that stigma, and I think she always will, that Widowmakers are either people that are going to be completely useless, or are going to completely frustrate the enemy team to the point where they will abuse you in what way is ever possible. And this game turned out to be the latter, and this kind of annoys me, because both of which of these situations are not great. The second, of course, is obviously better, but the first one is the issue that I think the majority of Widowmaker players will run into, myself included. Happens quite a lot. You're not always going to be playing at your best. You're not always going to be having the impact that you want on the hero. Widowmaker is not built for consistency unless you really work at it and somehow hack your brain into having this ability, this unnatural ability to make this hero as consistent as possible. It just doesn't have that consistent factor like a McCree, or a Genji's a bad example, but even a soldier can lay out some consistent damage. And the kind of thing that annoys me the most is that in the kill feed, let's say you have 2 DPS players, you may have a McCree, you may have a Tracer, you may have them both paired together. If you see the McCree, for example, not getting as many kills as normal, that's a normal day at the office for a McCree. Very rarely will you see that McCree get called out for performing poorly. Same be with the Tracer. If they get one like Pulse Bomb combination off with the Graviton, all is pretty much forgiven. But when it comes to a Widowmaker, you got to remember at the end of the day, just because she's classed as a defense character doesn't mean that is her purpose in this game. I personally think of Widowmaker as more of an offensive hero than anything else, which can sound like a little bit of a strange thing, but it's not all that uncommon for this game for the heroes to be miscategorized. If you think of heroes like Symmetra, there is no way in hell that hero is a support hero. She's more of a defense hero than Widowmaker, that is for damn sure. I think Widowmaker of more of a long-range McCree than anything, and it's kind of frustrating when the allies on your team, let's say the game's not going your way, and I think 9 times out of 10, if the Widowmaker isn't, absolutely decimating and creating corpses left, right, and center, a lot of people are going to just automatically flame the Widowmaker for being the reason why they lost, and I think that's sad. I don't think Widowmaker, there's not many things that can be done to change the hero fundamentally that is going to ever change that. But luckily for me, in this game, I do feel like I had a decent impact. But with that said, it's not always going to be the case. And it makes it very difficult for players who are picking up new heroes and, you know, trying to practice and improve on said heroes. It makes a very large deterrent for those players to actually pick those heroes unless they've got, you know, very thick skin and are inclined to, like, troll. You kind of have to have, like, a somewhat trolly mindset if you pick Widowmaker and you know you're going to do poorly with it. Because you understand that your potential to perform on the hero isn't as high as, you know, the best players in the world. So therefore, you understand that you're going to have less impact intentionally. Therefore, it's somewhat of a trolly thing to do, which is a shame. It shouldn't be a troll thing to pick a hero in this game. And there are a lot of those heroes in Overwatch currently that kind of fit this categorization. And I'm not sure specifically how they can change this to Widowmaker. I think the best change you could possibly make would probably be a reduction cooldown on her hookshot. I think that will allow, you know, more opportunities for a Widowmaker to excel because of those kind of unexpected angles that you're going to be killing people from. If you can nail a hookshot, you know, once every 8 seconds as opposed to 12, even if you do miss 50% more often, it's going to be pretty much a similar success rate as I get a nice little hookshot onto that Zen there. But at the end of this video, I include a clip that I had from the game directly after this one. And I've been speaking a lot about Widowmaker not being as strong as some people would like it to be and how that's a shame. But I did make a mention previously about if you do perform well, you lead yourself to have the undeserved kind of stigma attached to you, which is almost just as bad as getting flamed for being bad. And that is if you do well. The enemy team literally reported me. I think about between this game and the game after, I think I received 4 or 5 reports from playing Widowmaker. And keep in mind, this is my first game on the hero, and I've never played a Blizzard game before in my life. I don't know how their customer service is, and I'm not sure if you can be falsely banned for things that aren't legitimate, such as using cheats, like getting reported for cheating when you're not actually. And in a way, I'm kind of like uploading this as like a proof. It's like I'm not hacking. So if I do get banned, this is going to be my, this is my evidence.mp4 right here. This is literally the gameplay that got me reported 4 or 5 times. And as you can see, like I'm missing shots. My accuracy isn't godly. I'm getting some nice picks for sure, but there's nothing about this Widowmaker gameplay that makes it like anything that looks cheat-like. And I think the one thing that can be a little misleading to the people dying to you is that they don't get to see all the shots that you missed, leading up to the shots that you ended up hitting on them. So I don't know, man. I don't know if I should be nervous. I don't know if I should ever be nervous when I'm innocent. I don't know if anybody will ever be banned for cheating when they're not actually. I don't know if any of these things are possible, but at the very least, with this Widowmaker gameplay, I managed to get myself into the Diamond category, and of course, with the Season 2 mechanics, once you have Diamond, you will never lose it, the emblem at the very least. So this is the first time that I actually achieved Diamond, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be playing a lot of Widowmaker. I definitely do want to start picking her more, but at the same time, my personal inconsistency really bothers me, and I'm not sure if picking the hero more will fix that, or if it'll make it worse, because like a lot of aiming with hit scan, for me at the very least, I feel like if you have low confidence on a hero, maybe a poor mindset to boot, like those two things are definitely going to lower your chances of winning games. And if you're not winning games, your confidence will drop even further. So it's a vicious cycle. I'm not entirely sure how to beat it, but maybe one day I'll figure it out and I'll pass the message along. But anyway, that was the Numbani portion of this game. And as you can see, the stats roll by, and we finally tick things over into Diamonds. So I've been kind of streaking on and off with different heroes, and in my next video I think I'll be talking about win streaks a little bit more. I'm not sure if I'll save that video for another time, but you'll see the impact that I start to have when I change things up. But as things stand currently, you can see exactly how much playtime I've played on each individual hero leading up to getting Diamond on this account. So I'd like to give a shout out to the support heroes that got me the majority of way, and the Widowmaker that of course put the cherry on the top of that cake. But as you'll see, the enemies on this team that I played on Numbani are now my allies, and I'm going to mute the commentary and let you just listen in to what I had to endure.
Ronda dude just said he's hacking. It's pretty easy to read that.
Yeah, I don't know if he's taking the piss or not.
Well, I just played a game where he was on the other team, and I wasn't really looking at my screen, but my whole team were just shouting at him, saying he was hacking, so who could tell? Yeah, I'm gonna give him a report this game for breaching. Oh, here we go. Toggle on.
Yeah, I don't think he's cheating it.
Definitely hacking. I
You
said
reckon?
we'll report him twice.
So yeah, that's about it. There was a few more comments that I didn't really feel like adding. Like, I feel like the message is clear in these clips, and these kind of annoyed me. Like, I don't realistically expect to have anything negative against me on my account, but it is just frustrating that I received that form of reception from literally 2 games of Widowmaker, and namely the first one that had the most impact. But what do you guys reckon? Do I have anything to be concerned about? Does anybody have anything to be concerned about in that regards? And did I just find a bad bunch of apples on this fucking toxic tree that is the Australian matchmaking server? But anyway guys, that is me out for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later in the next one.